I will start with the prayer. Shubhaji, you will write.
Yes. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Salutations to the divine in all beings. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru is the creator, Guru is the preserver, Guru is the transformer, Guru is the absolute Lord himself. Salutations to that Shri Guru, the most auspicious, who removes the ignorance of samsara. Narayana Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Beginning with Narayana through Adi Shankaracharya in between and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors, beginning with Sadashiva through Adi Shankaracharya in between and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors. Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murtihi Puja Moolam Guru Padam Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. The root of meditation is the form of the Guru. The root of worship is the feet of the Guru. The root of mantra is the word of the Guru. The root of liberation is the grace of the Guru. Shri Guru is the root of salvation. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om, the one pervading all three spaces, earth, space, and beyond, I meditate upon that divine light, the one who is the source of light to the sun, and may that light awaken my intellect.
Thank you, Shubha.
Welcome you all. Are you?
So Vijayji, we can move to meditation. Do you have anything?
Yes, Arunanji. I'll
Okay.
guide that. Yeah.
Rajshekhar-ji, you were there last time, right? Last week?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are all now aware of the meditation. Maybe I will still give us summary of what we did last week, which we will do today as well. So basically, first few weeks we were focusing on this slow breathing before going into the shloka contemplation. The slow breathing is to basically rest the mind so that we are in a state to absorb the teaching. And last week we did the dhyana. again, with the process to rest the mind. And the other, what we saw is like the one other state where we rest the mind is in sleep, but it is an unconscious one. While in dhyana, we do it consciously, right? We are resting the mind consciously. So how do we again rest the mind? The mind, by nature, it 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 has to work on something all the time, and you cannot stop the mind. So we basically give a small work to the mind, which is to follow the breath, right? With eyes closed and the distractions coming down, there will be some noise going around, but then like we are telling the mind to slowly to watch the breath, and that way we give a work to the mind, and then like it will also allow to slowly rest the mind, right? So with that, like we will start now. I will keep the I will maybe I
Sarvanji,
will
I would like to add few things. So there's a little story that we can relate to this whole idea of the meditation.
Mhm.
So now let's there are different ways of looking at the mind. Some say mind is like a monkey.
Yeah.
But here let us take the idea of a mind as a small baby. So there is a story. There's a father and there's a mother and there's a child. And the mother has today left the child with the father and has gone to her mother's place. And she has said, after you complete your office and the child also completes the school, you bring him to mother's place. And it's a faraway place. They have to travel by the train. So the father has been working. He has taken next 2 days of leave. So he's been working and he's very tired. He feels, okay, I have to go and also pick up my son and also pack and go to railway station. So many things to do. Also, I have to complete the office work because I've taken 2 days leave. All that is going on. So he feels, okay, as soon as I go home, I'll finish quickly the packing and take some rest. So like that, he's thinking, and he comes and he picks up the child and he brings him home. And he's starting to pack so that, he can take a little rest. But the child has taken enough rest in the school. So he's a very small child, some 5-year, 6-year-old child. And he is so interested to play with the father. So he throws the ball to the father. Appa, come, let's play. So the father takes the ball and once or twice he plays, but he's not allowing him to pack and also because the father has the interest to rest. So what to do now? Now, what are the options in front of this father? So he can beat the child. Hey, I want to rest. But what will the child do? Start crying. So not a good idea. What else can he do? Maybe take the child and twist the neck and throw him away. Which father would do that? Not possible. What else is the option? So he thinks, okay, let me give him a nice curd rice and put him to sleep for a while. At least that way I can pack and rest. So he gives him nice curd rice and puts him to sleep. And now, he's not distracting. He completes all the packing, looks at it. Oh, it's already time up to go to the railway station. So, okay, at least now I will go to the railway station and then rest. So he wakes up the child and then goes to the railway station and he wants to rest. He sits down. So now look at it from the child viewpoint. The child has come to the railway station for the first time. How would the child be, such as young child? Constantly distracting the father. No. Appa, what is that? What is this? Why is that there? Look, so those many people. Look, that is coming. This is coming. Constantly he will be bothering the child, the father. But the father wants to rest. What can he do now? How can he rest? Beating is not an option. Twisting the head and killing is not an option. What are the options? By the way, who is the child here? Who is the child here in this story? Your own mind. Your own mind. So you cannot kill your mind. Also, you cannot beat your mind. Then, the mind will become agitated more. So what is your choice? What can this father do to rest? Give a little task to the child. Maybe give a book and a pencil and say, okay, now start coloring this. And as a child is coloring that, what happens? Will the child be completely focused on the coloring? No. He would color some, and then sometimes he will once again come back. Papa, look what I've done. So like that, whenever the child comes back, once again, okay, now look at the next thing. Look, okay, good. This is good. Now color the other thing. So like that, the father has to keep on sending the baby to do something so that the father can rest in between. That's the whole idea of the meditation here. So whenever there are thoughts that come and bother you, they bother you means, it could be related to your life. Because what thoughts do you get while you're in meditation? Related to your life story. What I should have done, what I did not do, or what I should be doing, how that went, how this supposed to be, various, depending upon your current life situation. So when they come, what do? You simply say, let it be. Let it be. Let the thoughts be. And do not interact with them. And send the mind back to watching the breath. So that's the whole idea. All right. So we did it using guided last class. So maybe for a few more sessions, Sarunji, I'll guide.
Okay.
Maybe this session and next session.
Okay.
And then after that, would definitely encourage us to pick up by ourselves. Yeah. All right. So how do you sit for the meditation? Comfortably. Yeah. So it is very important that you're comfortable. You don't have to torture your body. But very important that you have to stay awake and aware. So therefore, keep your back straight. Bring your feet together. Cross them. Place your palms comfortably on your thighs. Gently, slightly bend your head backwards. Gently. And close your eyes. Become aware of the sounds outside. There may be people talking. There may be sounds coming from the vehicles. There may be birds, animals, sounds from them. Are different machines making sounds wherever you are sitting. Realize there is always something happening in the world. And with every activity, there is a sound associated. Whether you go to deep in the jungle or to the top of a mountain or to a seashore, wherever you go in life, there is always something happening in this world. And with every activity, there is a sound associated. For now, tell your mind to let the world go on. Let whatever activity that is happening, let it go on. To let it be. Then your mind may ask you, What shall I do? Tell the mind to become aware of the breath at the tip of your nose. If you're not able to feel the breath, your in-breath at the tip of your nose, breathe in, breathe out few times consciously. As you breathe in and breathe out, now you can feel the breath at the tip of your nose. Now notice the sensation of your in-breath from the tip of your nose, along your nose, into your neck, and the air going inside your lungs. Become aware of the out breath. As you exhale, notice the sensation of the air moving from your lungs along your neck and the nostrils, coming out through the tip of your nose and merging with the rest. Like that, just watch your in-breath and out-breath. As you're watching, if any thoughts occur in the mind, gently tell your mind to let it be and bring your mind back to watch the breath. As you're watching the breath, you may lose the awareness of your body and be in a place of complete stillness. Be there. Notice how silent and serene your mind has become. This silent and serene state of the mind is a very important state. It is like a clean whiteboard. Let us write the most meaningful sentences on this whiteboard. See yourself as a happy, healthy, peaceful, energetic, courageous, truthful, all the wonderful qualities, a being with all these, who's bringing out the best qualities from within and helping the others around to bring out their inner best. See your family members, wife, children, parents, in-laws. See them all happy, healthy, and peaceful. See your relatives, friends, neighbors, all the known people. See them all happy, healthy, and peaceful. At this point of time, there may be feelings of sadness, irritation, anger, due to what someone may have done to you, or maybe due to what you have done to them. If these feelings are because of what they have done to you, please forgive them from your heart. If these feelings are due to what you have done to them, please seek forgiveness from the heart. See them also happy, healthy, and peaceful. Now see all the people in the world, whether you know them or not. See all of them happy, healthy, and peaceful. Now see all the beings, birds, animals, plants, river, mountain, stars, galaxies. See the entire existence happy, healthy, and peaceful. Once again, in this wonderful and divine existence, see yourself as a happy, healthy, peaceful, energetic, courageous, wonderful being who brings out the best qualities from within and helps the others around to bring out their inner best. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of your body. Become aware of your surroundings. Gently scrub your palms. Give warmth to your eyes. Let us offer our respects to all the Atmajyotis who are here today. And gently open your eyes. Any questions or anything to share? So please practice by yourself. Did anyone do it? Rajshekhar ji or Krishna ji or anyone else?
In the last week, sir, after the
After the last
class?
session.
No, sir.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to do it. I think, in fact, last time also I couldn't do it because I was outside.
Okay.
However, this time I did it. So it's a very good experience.
Excellent.
I did it, but not with the recording.
Yeah.
Just through mind.
How was it? In fact, it is good that you did it without recording. How was it?
No, it was calm, and comparing to last week and this week, not more thoughts were interacting with me compared to, like, it's reduced.
Excellent.
So it was like it was under my control, and
you could
compared
feel
to
it is
previous.
coming under your control. Very good. Very good.
It was easy actually, but last week was the words let it be was too much. Compared to this week, it was like countable with fingers. So that's a change I feel.
Wonderful.
I felt, yeah.
Great. Back to Sarananji.
Yeah. Yeah. So today we will look into the 7th Dhyana Shloka. I will recite once and maybe Krishna ji and Rashikar ji, you can join after that. Do you like to recite after that?
Sure, sir.
Yeah. So let me recite. Parasharayavacha sarojamamalam gandhotkatam Nanakyanakakesaram harikatha sambodhana bodhitam loke sajjana shatpadairaha pipiyamanam muda bhuyat bharata pankajam kalimala pradvamshina shreyase.
I'll probably follow you slowly.
Sure. Parasharyavacha
Parasharyavacha
sarojamamalam.
Saroja Mamalam.
Maybe Krishna ji, after Rajshekar ji, will come back to you. So we'll do that. Gitartha
Gitartha
Gandhokatam
Gandhotkatam
Nanakyanaka
Nanakyanaka
Kesaram Harikatha
Kesaram Harikatha
Sambodhana
Sambodhana
Bodhitam
Bodhitam
Loke Sajjana
Loke Sajjana
Shatpadair
Shatpadai
Raharaha
Raharaha
Pipiyamanam Muda
Pepiyamanam Muda
Bhuyat Bharata
Bhuya Bharata
Pankajam Kalimala
Pankajam Kalimala
Pradvamshina Shreyase.
Pradvamshinam Shreyase.
Would you like to say it fully by yourself?
Not
Or
sure,
like-
sir. I'll be able to few times and then I'll.
Okay, maybe we'll do full. We'll try to do a full line. Okay.
Mhm.
Parasharya vachas saroja mamalam
Parasharyavacha Saroja Mamalam
Gitartha Gandhot Katam
Gitartha Gandho Katam
Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikatha
Nana Kyana Kesaram Harikatha
Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikatha
Nana Kyanaka Kesaram Harikatha
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Loke Sajjana Shatpadair Raharaha
Loke Sajjana
Shatpadair Raharaha
Shatpadeiraharaha
Pipiyamanam Muda
Pepiyamanam Muda
Bhuyat Bharata Pankajam Kalimala
Bhuya Dvarata Pankajam Kalimala
Pradvamshina Shreyase
Pradvamshinam Shreyase
Pradvamshina Shreyase
Pradvamshinam Shreyase
Sina Shreyase. Yeah.
Sina
Okay.
Shreyase. Yeah.
Hey, Krishna ji. Parasharya Vacha
Parasharayavacha
Sarojamalam
Sarojamamalam
Itartha
Gitarthagandokatam
Nanakyanaka
Nanakyanaka
Kesaram Harikatha
Kesaram Harikatha
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Bodhitam Loke Sajjana
Loke Sajjana
Shatpadairaha
Shatpader Haharagaha
Pipiyamanam Muda
Pipiyamanam Muda
Pipiyamanam Muda
Pipiyamanam Muda
Bhuyat Bharata
Bhuyad Bharata
Pankajam Kalimala
Pankajam Kalimala
Pradvamshina Shreyase
Pradvamsina Shreyase
Pradvamsina Shreyase.
Pradvamsina Shreyase
We'll try again. Parasharya Vachasaroja Mamalam
Parasaryavacha Sarojamamalam
Itartha Gandhotkatam
Gitartha Gando Katam
Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikatha
Nanakyana Kesaram Harikatha
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Loke Sajjana Shatpadairaha
Loke Sajjana
Shatpadairaha
Shatpader Aharaha
Pipiyamanam Muda
Pipiyamanam Muda
Pipiyamanam Muda
Pipiyamanam Muda
Bhuyad Bharata Kajam Kalimala
Bhuyad Bharata Pankajam Kalimala
Pradvamshina Shreyase.
Pradvamsina Shreyase.
Yeah. Would you like to read the meaning? Some
Yeah.
basics, yeah.
May this stainless lotus of the Mahabharata, born in the waters of the worlds of Vyasa, son of Parashara, with intense sweet fragments of the essence of Gita, with numerous narratives as its stamens, fully opened by the discourses on Hari and joyously sucked again and again by the virtuous bees of the world. May it prevail for the good of all who wish to be cleansed of the taint of the age of Kali.
Kali. Kali Yuga.
Kali.
Do you want to share your understanding?
Yeah, after someone tells first.
Rajshekhar ji? Are you there, Rajshekhar ji?
Yes, sir. Just
Okay.
going through that one more time.
Okay. Says stainless lotus of Mahabharata,
Yeah.
born in the waters. From where? And then the fragrance.
I think the way I'm resonating with this is back to the meditation in the end, something which we did, where we are saying that you go within yourself and then find the best form of yourself, and then help others to find the best within them. I kind of refer myself to that the lotus, okay, which is born, and then within the stemness you're growing and then blossoming, and then the bees. I kind of refer to the other beings whom you are helping to blossom and then find the best within themselves.
Okay. That's a nice one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Krishnaji?
The way I interpreted is like, we we the we be the lotus which is stainless, and with all of intense joy, and which is having sweetness within, and it has to be not be used by ourselves. So the sweetness has to be shared, and whatever we felt, and we enjoy the sweetness and the peace inside in inner self has to be experienced whoever in the need. So the be sucked again and again is, I see someone who'd get our peace. I mean, in the sense, the way we felt and we understand the truths, and the joyness we have ourselves should be shared with others. And if it others should be cleansed and enjoy the same peace which we are enjoying. So that's how I interpreted this sloka.
Right. But yeah, very, I guess it's close to again Rajshekhar ji.
Yeah.
But like, what about the word stainless lotus of the Mahabharata? Why was that introduced here, Mahabharata? Rajshekhar ji, maybe you can also answer.
I think in this, giving the context to what happened in the Mahabharata.
Okay. So what happened? So it's saying, may this stainless lotus of the Mahabharata.
May this stainless lotus of the Mahabharata. Yeah.
Right. So there is a reason why that reference is given.
Hmm.
Does that give any clue to?
No, I'm not able to get a clue with respect to Mahabharata when they say the stainless lotus of the Mahabharata.
Krishna ji?
I think, I mean, first of all, I don't know. I mean, I've not read Mahabharata or Gita, but through the words or through social media, some summary. I mean, I have some thought on that. Maybe during the in between the wars. So there is a, I mean, in this context, lotus with pure art was also part of the, I mean, the war. That's how I could.
So what is that? Can you please come again?
Okay. So what I was referring is Mahabharata. As per my knowledge, it's like a story of a war between two people, but I truly don't know. Pardon me for that. So there in the war, there is also a person or a lotus born with purity in it, and which was with a true intention, but not spoiling others. So that's how I see.
Mhm.
But sorry, I have
No,
interpreted.
no problem. Vijayji, we should have a story session here.
Lot of creative things are coming out.
Lot of?
Creative things, I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. So my interpretation is may this stainless lotus of the Mahabharata, right, born in the waters of the words of Vyasa, um, who wrote Mahabharata, again son of Parashara, right? So what is this stainless lotus, right? So lotus comes uh, in a pond which is like there can be like lot of dirt and other things, right? But then from that it comes out and it stands out very clean, like untainted. If you see the lotus pond, there can be all the other things in the pond, but it will stand out. So what that stainless lotus they are referring is the Bhagavad Gita. So Mahabharata was the war which was like very bloody, and like all the negative things were all there, and like people are there fighting, and in the middle came this lotus, right? Which is like stainless, like the flower, lotus flower, this Bhagavad Gita, right? And that Bhagavad Gita, again, now how does it say, what are they saying? With the intense sweet fragrance, the essence of the Bhagavad Gita, okay, and with all the stories that the narratives of the Bhagavad Gita, what it is giving, right? And how did it bloom? Basically, by the which basically attracts the people, like how a bee gets attracted to the nectar of a flower, right? How does it get? The fragrance first goes out, right? So how are we getting the benefit of the Bhagavad Gita, right? With all these stories of Hari, Narayana, okay, people get attracted, and then like they are able to enjoy this nectar, which is Bhagavad Gita, and which helps them to cleanse in this age of Kali Yuga, where like we see all the negative things, look around everywhere, looks like everything is negative, and at times we feel that like, why is the world like this? Like, how can someone live in a righteous way, dharmic way, right? So this Bhagavad Gita gives them the goodness, and so this sloka is saying, may it prevail, let it continue, so that it gives a good for all who want to be cleansed. The bees are all the people, we are all the ones, right? We got attracted to it. Like there will be somebody, some story, someone, some narrative you might have heard, which due to which you got attracted, and like we are here enjoying the nectar of the Bhagavad Gita, right? From this from the lotus that came from Mahabharata. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Ashakarji?
Yes, sir.
Shubhaji, you want to add anything?
Yeah, no, it's just that the way we interpret here is we are filled with all of negativity, just like the dirty water, and as a lotus we have to come clean and lead our life, is what I would like to add. That's it.
Okay. Vijayji, would you like to add?
Yeah. So the more insightful way of looking at this by every one of you.
Yeah.
Especially love the way it is like we have to bring out the best in us and help the others to bring out the
Help
best.
the others.
Yeah. So, what is Mahabharata? So, Mahabharata story, as you already know, is generally known as the war or the dispute that happened between Kauravas and the Pandavas. So, Kauravas were 100, in fact, 101, if you consider the last sister of the Kaurava, starting with Duryodhana, 101. But she was not involved in the war. So, 100 brothers. Pandavas were 5. So, Pandavas and Kauravas, they're cousins, because Pandavas' father and Kauravas' father, they were brothers. But it so happened that the Kauravas' father was a blind person. So though he was the first one, he was not given the kingdom, and he kept that feeling that I should have been the king and my brother has been made the king. So he held that deep feeling of rejection, of I should have been the king. And he kept polluting the minds of his children. His son Duryodhana, for that matter, any child. When a child is born pristine, pure. But as the stories go into the child, a child grows into those stories. So the mind of this pristine Duryodhana was polluted through what the stories people around him kept on telling. You should have been the king. Your brothers, the Pandu's sons are now becoming the king. So like that feeling of hatred, feeling of possession kept growing in Duryodhana, in the Kauravas in general. So in the Mahabharata, Kauravas represent, similarly in our own mind, the feelings or the thoughts of anger, jealousy, tension, worry, revenge, all these what we call as so-called negative qualities. They're within us. The Kauravas are within us. Similarly, the Pandavas are also within us. What are the Pandavas? So the Pandavas side in the Mahabharata story represents the righteousness. In spite of all odds and difficulties, they keep to their words. They follow the words. They perform their duties. So the Pandavas side represents dharma in Mahabharata. Kauravas side represents adharma in Mahabharata. Similarly, within us, these qualities, the vices, the negative qualities represent the Kauravas within us, and our senses, the 5 senses represent the Pandavas within us. So when does this battle end? When do we prevail over? When do the right prevail over the wrong? Or when does the dharma prevail over the adharma? Is because when you realize the essence of life, when you realize the truth of life. And in the story of Mahabharata, what is the truth? The truth is hidden in the Gita. Bhagavad Gita doesn't come in the beginning of Mahabharata. The way Vedavyasa Maharshi has arranged this whole thing is excellent. See, one way of looking at it is the lotus. There is a lotus, there are all these petals in a lotus, and there are stamens. And why do the bee come to the flower? Because it wants to suck the honey. And where is the honey? Honey is not in the petal. Honey is not in the stamen. Honey is within. But the bee knows that it has to suck the honey. If there was no petal, if there was no stamen, can the bee sit and suck the honey? No. So the petal and the stamen, they become the standing ground for the bee to sit and suck the honey. So in a similar way, the story of Mahabharata gives us the ground on which to realize the message called Gita. So what does it mean? Does it mean that we have to understand Mahabharata completely, then only we can come into Bhagavad Gita study? No, that is not what it is meant. What it is meant is, the story of Mahabharata is the story of you and me, our life. In our life, there are all these battles going on between what I want to do versus what I should be doing. What I want to do, I want to sit simply and have lots of money and lots of power and possession and lead a very, very so-called comfortable life. This is what most want to do. But what one should be doing, is that the right way of conducting life? So there is between a what and a how it should be, there is a vast difference. What I want to do is a human mind thinking. But how I should be is how I should be aligning to how existence works. When I live my life by what I want, like how Duryodhana and the Kauravas led, it breeds a lot of contempt, anger, worry, tension in life. I want possession, I want prestige, I want acceptance. This I want breeds the fear, because somebody else can come and take it away. The possession or the position I want, somebody else can opt for it. Then what am I doing? I'm competing. So this is how, when I look at and lead my life through what I want, I get into a so-called rat race. And that is what leads to various kinds of anxiety, stress, worry, irritation, anger in life. Whereas how I should be, so therefore dharma, the word dharma has to be realized clearly. Dharma is not a set of do this, don't do that kind of a rules. Dharma, in a very simple way, is nothing but what is natural is dharma. What is sustainable is dharma. Or another way of looking at it is, when it comes to you and me, how you like to be treated. If you're treating others in your life, then that is dharma. I like to be treated with respect. Then am I treating others with respect? I like to be treated with love. Am I treating others with love? So dharma, therefore, is not a set of rules. Dharma is a way of life through which you make your life happy, healthy, peaceful, wonderful, the most divine life. And what enables you to realize that? It is the message of the great masters. Vedavyasa was a great master. See the waters of the words of Vyasa. We have already seen Vyasa means the diameter of a circle. Means it is the longest line in a circle which touches the two most extreme points in a circle. Which means it's a mind that has expanded. Why we call Vedavyasa Maharshi or such masters as great is because their mind has transcended limitations of being a human and has realized the vastness, the infinitude of this existence, which is your own nature. And that is what they are bringing out through their teachings. And Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita is a teaching by one such great master, Vedavyasa Maharshi. And why he wrote it? Not for his own self-prestige, not for recognition. He was least bothered about his recognition. It is so that all of us, so here all of us are represented as those bees. And what is that we all want? The honey, the sweet honey. All of us like that. And how can we get that? By getting into the message of Bhagavad Gita. And that sweet honey, what does it remove? The taint of the age of Kali, taint. So it is said that there are 4 yugas through which human beings evolve. Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga. So in one simple sense, when you look at it from a spiritual standpoint, what does it really mean? It means an inner revolution. When I am leading my life in all kinds of rat race and I am getting anxious, worried, stressed, tense, it is the effect of the Kali. The Kali Yuga is said to be a yuga where a lot of unjust or adharma is on the rise. It is not that, there has ever been a time where humans have always lived completely peacefully. Always a particular human has evolved depending upon the circumstances they are in. Even during Mahabharata, there was Duryodhana. Even during Ramayana, so-called Satyayuga, there was Ravana. So the nature of Ravana, the nature of Duryodhana can be within each one of us. And that creates a taint, that creates a heavy heart, that creates a heavy feeling within us, that makes us feel dull, irritated, angry, makes us get into all kinds of diseases, both physical and mental.
Yeah.
And how can we release that? How can we come out of that? Only when we realize the essence of the life, or the truth of the life. And what is the truth? And that is given through Mahabharata as a story format, and through Bhagavad Gita as a pure essence. In other words, Bhagavad Gita is the science, and Mahabharata is like the application of the science. Through various characters, you can see how their life evolved to be in Mahabharata. For all his greed and contempt and worry, what did Duryodhana achieve? Was he ever truly peaceful? Was he ever truly happy? So like that, Mahabharata represents various psychological aspects that can be within each one of us. So it's a profiling of human beings, different kinds of human beings. It is said that you will not find a psychological profile in the world which is not there in the Mahabharata. So it represents all our ways of, how humans can be. But out of that, there is the essence, because it is only through that turmoil can you realize the essence. And that essence, the science of life, your own divine nature, is through Bhagavad Gita. So the more I become centered in the essence, more I realize my own true nature, the more I become free from the taint of all these wants, don't wants, do's, don'ts, right, wrong. So I raise in my own inner evolution. So therefore, Bhagavad Gita is a tool for us to raise from a human to what we are supposed to be, the divine. So there can be the beast in us, which is the asura. Then the in-between is the human, who is neither beast nor the divine. But you have the potential to be the divine. And that is the essence.
Yeah.
Any questions or any additional points to be said?
In many ways, I see like none of the life's troubles and everything, it's not new. It is a different way, but it is all written or like in our Puranas, what each one goes through. And the solution is also given. It is just that whether or like when one evolves to be able to make use of that and come out. Otherwise, like it's like we are living in our without, if I cannot take advantage of it, it's like I'm inside a jail which is not locked, but I don't know, and I feel that I am stuck. Right? So it is all there. Just to the messages are like this, right? What is troubling you and how you can get out. right? So those are the messages there clearly given.
I saw Rajshekarji wanted to share something.
No, I think in a way you kind of covered it with giving references to the Mahabharata and then the overall one. I think that's what I wanted to mention. However, I wanted to ask two questions. One is you're mentioning to the different yugas, and then in a way it kind of refers to our life, current life, or the different stages of life. Can you elaborate on that? Is that what you meant or mentioned? I just wanted to get an understanding, because you say that it starts from the Satya Yuga and then currently we are in the Kali Yuga.
Yeah.
And then these four yugas is in a way we are referring to ourselves, right, from the time we are born and then where we are today.
Yeah. So there are two ways of looking at the yugas. One is, we generally look at outside world and we give a permanent existence to this outside world. So when we come into life, we say, what your fathers did, what your grandfather did, which place you came from. So we accept that, there is something that was happening before me, right? So we give a permanent existence to this world. So when you look at it from that viewpoint, the evolution of the human psychology itself goes through these churns. So Satya Yuga means what? Satya. Yuga means duration of time. Satya means truth. So time when people were adherent to truth. So Rama Rajya, it is said as Rama Rajya. So during the time of Rama, in all the places, how the governance should be, how the society should be, it should be like how it was during Rama Rajya. What does it mean? It means that in the society, there was a lot of peace, cordial relationship. You did not really require, contracts to make sure that people trust each other. One's own word was enough. People would trust the word. So it's a very nice picture of a society. This is the picture of a Satya Yuga. So from there, if you see in Treta Yuga, in Dwapara Yuga, there is a gradual decay of moral values, of the dharmic values in life, getting into Kali Yuga, which is like adharma is the highest, where mine, and how I am great, and how my community is great. So all these kinds of me and mine have taken a hold of the human psyche in general. When you notice the society, there's a lot of such devious thinking. For example, some countries may say, our way of life is so important that we can go and bomb 100 other nations, but our way of life, where everybody drives big cars from 30, 40 miles. So that is very important. It doesn't matter what happens to others. We are willing to kill others, but our way of life is important. And for our way of life, it doesn't matter what happens to nature. We are willing to destroy forest. For example, the cow meat industry is the largest contributor for deforestation in the world. A lot of the deforestation that you see in the world is because of the cow meat industry. So like that, there is a general decay of what is right for all of us. The feeling of all of us is not there. This world is there to exploit what I want, and I will take away whatever I want. To hell with what happens to others. But look at it a little more sensitively. Is the world like that? The world is not like that. If you exploit nature in one place, it comes back. It comes back. When you deforest, it is said that Amazon forest is the lungs of this entire earth. And the Amazon forests are getting deforested at an alarming pace. So if the lungs of the earth is removed, what will you and me, whether you are in India, America, or wherever you are, however wonderful and developed your streets are, what will you breathe? We all experienced that during COVID. Did we not? People had crores of rupees, but they were fearful and rushing to get a bottle of oxygen. So this is the impact of the Kali Yuga in the society. So there's a gradual decay of human values. Animals are not like that. Animals don't kill to hoard. They kill when they need, and that's all. Whereas human is the only one who kills for food as well as kills for joy, kills for hoarding, kills for money. He can continue to kill. So this is the general decay of the values in the human society. So it is one way of looking at it like that, from a society viewpoint. But looking at it purely from an individual standpoint, what does these yugas mean? When you're born, you're pristine. You're born into truth. You're born in truth. You are the truth. You have no contempt for anyone. You have no irritation for anyone. You have no stories that makes you feel I am separate from the rest. So that's why most of us have this, in any culture, have this feeling that children, little babies, are divine. See, look at it. Most places, little children are treated in a very divine way. And whatever they do, most people do not mind it. You may have even seen little children sometimes carry these newborn puppies, newborn kittens from their mothers and take it to some places. But these dogs and cats, they don't hurt the baby. Why? Because even the dog or the cat knows that this little child means no harm. So very innocent. So that innocence is your innate nature. You have nothing against the world. World is not a place which does any harm to you. You have an inherent trust to your mother. You have inherent trust to everything that comes into the world. Isn't that how any little child learns? A little child goes to school, whatever is the teacher saying, the child takes it as a gospel. The teacher says ah, the child says ah. The teacher says ooh, the child says ooh. The teacher says the child says But now, if the teacher says those people are bad, the child says those people are bad. The teacher says kill those people. The child says I will kill those people. So from a Satya Yuga, from a very innocent and a very loving, kind child, one can grow into a Duryodhana. So the gradual moving away from the inherent truth. Satya Yuga to Dwapara Yuga to Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga to Kali Yuga. And the ego, you know who I am, you know how great I am, you know how great my things are, you know how great my people are, how my community is, my book, my religion. This takes hold in the human psychology. And when this takes hold, you are at the very grip of the Kali. Kali means untruth in one sense. In the sense of it is all about this kind of a place where my ego is important. And my ego means what? That which separates me from the rest. So there's a gradual decay from a Satya to Kali. So the essence of any great master's teaching, like Bhagavad Gita, is to go back to your innate, childlike, innocent, divine nature. So born into Satya, go back to Satya. So it represents, therefore, evolution that is available for each one of us. Rajshekhar-ji, does that clarify?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, definitely, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Saravanan-ji, are you there?
Good. Yeah. So we will then move on to the ending prayer.
Shall we just chant the next shloka and then, yeah, maybe Shubhaji can chant the next shloka so that
What do you want to chant the next one? Can see Shubhaji?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim kripartamaham vande paramanandamadhavam. I'll repeat. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripartamaham vande paramanandamadhavam. Yeah. Saravananji.
We'll go to the ending.
Om asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya. Om shanti shanti shanti. Om, lead me from untruth to truth, darkness to light, impermanence to permanence. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om, Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamuduchyate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, that is complete. This is complete. From completeness comes completeness. When completeness is removed from completeness, what remains is complete. Om, peace, peace. Nanu, nanembudu nanalla, ideha manabuddhi nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivananu nane, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am not the body, I am not the mind. I am Sachidananda Swarupi. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Antarjyoti, Bahirjyoti, Pratyajyoti, Paratparaha, Jyotireva Jyoti, Swayam Jyoti, Atmajyoti, Shivosmyaham. I am the supreme light of awareness, illuminating the outer world of objects, inner world of thoughts, and deep sleep state. I am the divine light of the nature of auspiciousness, Shiva Swarup. Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam. Recognition of the self is recognition of the whole. Recognition of the whole is recognition of the truth. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, may we all be protected, may we all be nourished, may we work together sharing our energies, may our intellect be sharpened, may we be friends forever. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet, sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, may all be prosperous and happy, may all be free from illness, may all see what is uplifting, may no one suffer, may there be well-being in all, may there be peace in all, may there be completeness in all, may there be auspiciousness in all. Om, peace, peace, peace. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy, healthy, and peaceful. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shubhaji. Thank you, Sarvanji.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Hari Om.
Thank you.
Hari
Thank
Om.
you all. Hari
Hari
Om.
Om.